Now, Rob, we're seeing a ton of rain, lots of flooding downtown.
Yes.
I know a lot of students will be heading back to school. Kind of what can they expect going
Well,
into this
we're
week?
going to start to see a little pattern shift. Not as much rain, but certainly we're not going to turn the faucet off completely.
Right.
But I think what we saw today and what we've seen really over the course of the weekend is just very typical when you get moisture offshore that moves onshore, and it comes in waves. And I'll show that to you in just a moment. Right now, here's a live look at the conduit between Sullivan's Island and the Isle of Palms. It's Breach Inlet, the bridge there. And you can see we've got plenty of clouds, but also the sunshine trying to poke out. I've seen temperatures as warm as the mid-80s. Now, earlier today, our first named storm, actually our fifth named storm, it's Aaron. I think that would be number 4. But anyway, you can see that it is moving to the west. What I'm saying is it's the first cone for Tropical Storm Aaron. You can see where it is now. The winds are actually 45 miles an hour. The gusts are 60. You're going to hear a lot about this in the tropics because we do believe it will become our first hurricane and potentially our first major hurricane. Now, what happens after this point north of the islands, obviously that's still in question. We can't really fine-tune the details just yet, but we do have our computer models running on this now, and you can see a lot of them are pretty far to the north. That's always a good sign. You don't want it to be low because typically there is a recurvature that takes place, and the lower, the farther west it goes, once that recurvature happens, obviously could be closer to land. But we do believe that there will be a recurvature. That's what most of our long-range models are hinting at, and that's certainly a good sign for us. But again, still a long way out there, a lot of time to watch it, and we will. A couple of other areas you see there, one north of Bermuda, one to the north and east of Bermuda. Those are not going to develop at all, so not too worried about that. Really, the only game in town is now Tropical Storm Aaron. Again, could potentially be our first hurricane. Starting to see a pattern change in the atmosphere as higher pressure starts to build in. We're going to see more of that in terms of heat and humidity. Back to the 90s on Wednesday, keeping watch on Aaron as we always do this time of year. Keeping watch on the radar too. Most of the showers and thunderstorms that came through earlier, you can see they've moved well off to the north, leaving behind at least a couple of areas offshore that have a potential of moving onshore. We still have flood watches just because the grounds are so very saturated, but at least in the short term, we're getting a bit of a chance to dry out just a bit. Mostly cloudy, mild showers and thunderstorms still possible. I'm going to keep that chance right about 50-50 here for the nighttime hours. As far as tomorrow is concerned, upper 80s, so we're warming up a little bit more, less rain, more sunshine tomorrow than 91 on Wednesday. What you see rainfall wise on Wednesday all the way through the weekend, more just scattered showers and thunderstorms, and mainly during the heat of the day. Again, temperatures rebounding. We've only hit 90 or better one time so far this month, and that's very unusual for August. Islands and beaches, water temperature at 82. The air temperatures in the mid to upper 80s with that chance of rain. Hey, don't forget, Storm Team 2 weather app is free. It's available in the App Store and Google Play.